Hi there, folks. This is Mike from I Am His. How's everybody doing today? Actually, I'm doing better than I deserve because I'm saving the way to heaven. I deserve a devil's hell. But hey, let's talk about today's topic, godly men. Now, my boys are starting to go through these godly men classes. My boys are 9 and 10 years old. They're going to godly men. They are learning what it means to be a man, a biblical man, not what do they call them, snowflakes kind of guy or anything like that, or a worldly man. I'm talking about a godly man. And also they're doing exercises and working out as a team, trying to learn team building and stuff like that. It's really good for them. But anyway, what is a godly man? I got a few Bible verses, of course, that will help define it a little bit. And then I'll add some more things to it, and we'll see how it goes. So first one I'm going to talk about is Psalms 119:9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. In other words, pay attention to the Bible. It's very important that you read the Bible so you know what a godly man really is. How about looking at Proverbs 27? 27 says, the just man walketh in his integrity, his children are blessed after him. You gotta have integrity. That is for sure. Let's skip on to the New Testament. Usually I do the New Testament, then switch back to the Old, but this time I'm going to the New. Let's go to Philippians 4:8. 4:8 says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, report. If there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on those things. In other words, think holy, be holy, think of what God wants us to be. Also, there's 1 Timothy 6:11. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after thy righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Fight the good fight, it says right after that. We have to fight the good fight. Now, 2 Timothy 2:22 says, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, and with them that call on the Lord out of pure heart. Lust is definitely a problem we have across this world. Let's look at James 5:16. Confess your faults to one another and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Now, please remember, I always deal with King James Version of the Bible. That's the one that's most clean to me. Not always easiest to read. Other things you can use to help trust it, but to me, those are the words that was translated the best. It's not removing chapters. It's not removing things about blood or anything like that. It is being the true Bible in my mind. But any Bible you read is a good Bible, okay? Well, anyway, godly man. You've got to be honest. You got to look somebody in the eye. Okay, first off, I've seen a video recently of somebody preaching about how there was sin in their church. And he was adamant there was sin in their church. And he was like saying, there's people sleeping together or living together and not married, having babies out of wedlock. And is that a sin? 100% is a sin. If you're promoting your lifestyle that it doesn't meet the thing, you cannot be a teacher in the church, a preacher, or something like that. And he talked about, hey, he had to get people out of the choir that were doing that, and they can go somewhere else and do it, but not where he was at. Yes, it's true about the Bible, and if you're living with somebody, you can't be a preacher. If you're out fornicating around, you really can't be a teacher. Things like that. I understand that. But the way he was talking about it was, there's sin in my church and I'm not letting the devil in. He's got to go. All sin's got to go. There's a problem with that because every one of us are human, including us. See, we all got skin there, including me. I sin. We sin daily. We drink iniquity like water. If you sit there and say, I cannot let sin in my building, or anybody that does sin in my building, that church will be completely empty, including the pastor, okay? We have to look at it and reach them. How it says, prayer pray, get together, pray for each other. Iron sharpens iron, whatever like that. Lift the people up. Try to get them in the right spot. Let them see the errors, but don't, as in the Bible it talks about, hey, I'm trying to get the mote out of your eye, but I got a beam in my eye, okay? So we cannot be condemning them. We have to do it with love. Jesus did it with love. You think he loved to get all our sins, wrath from God put upon him? You think he wanted that? No. Did he love us enough to do that? Most definitely. So not everything we do is going to be perfect, okay? But don't let it stop you. Just because you slip up, don't give up, all right? Work to reading the Bible, praying, looking to Jesus, putting the things at his feet, saying, here, help me. Especially if you have a nice group of men who are godly that you can talk to and say, hey, look, I'm struggling with this sin. And I heard another one say today that no, you're not struggling. If you constantly do it and you're not stopping, you're not struggling, you're just in sin. But, pray for me and stuff like that. Get that, help block that sin. And the main thing is to block sin. You got to get away from it. Don't do it as part of the routine. Don't let yourself have access. If you have to, whatever. There are 5 things that can easily, no, there's more than 5, but there's 5 things that can easily take you out of a godly man and not give you the things you need, but being aware for them and try to stop them. Number 1, well, maybe not number 1, but one of them is pride. Oh, pride wiped out the devil. Satan was up in heaven. He had so much pride that he didn't just want to see the glory of God. He wanted to be the glory. He wanted everybody to look towards him. He's very powerful, very intelligent, also beautiful to look at. God didn't make him ugly. It's just that he had too much thoughts of himself and how much he could do. And, he got kicked out of heaven like a lightning bolt. I mean, bam, you're gone. See ya. But, you can counter pride a lot with worship. If you're sitting there waiting for somebody to give you a thank you, a praise for something you're doing, that's pride, all right? And we all got some pride in us, and that's the problem. Our fleshly skin loves pride. It loves to be pumped up, loves to have the accolades given to us and stuff like that. But no, it's pride is sin. It's not about us. It's about him, 100% him. They made everything. Everything here is him. It's his. None of this money's mine. None of the items I have in my possession are mine. It's really God's. I'm just a steward of it. And I got to do it wisely. All right? So, we don't want to have pride. Another one is worry or anxiety. If you're praying, you should be able to get rid of that. One of the things is be anxious for nothing in the Bible. Paul wrote that. It's very important not to be anxiety and worry and stuff like that. Put it at God's feet. He will take care of you. Are you going to have a perfect life and everything's going to be kumbaya the whole entire time because you're saved? No, of course not. You know why? We live in a sin-filled world. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to go through valleys and we're going to go through mountaintops. But keep your eyes on Jesus. He loves us. He will see us through it. There's nothing we can't handle with him on our side. Nothing can beat us. Another one is lazy. Lazy can take out you from being a godly man because you're not doing what should be done. You're a man that is supposed to take care of the family, protect the family, provide for the family. And if you're lazy, you're not, okay? I'm not saying there's not times you're going to be hurt and you're going to have to go down for a little bit, but I'm saying as a whole, if you're a godly man, you will look at your wife and say, I will provide. I will protect. All right? It's not chauvinist. Not saying the woman can't do stuff, and the woman has a very important part. Are you telling me which is more important, the woman or the man in a family? Well, that's like saying, what's more important to you, the heart or the lung? You tell me. They're both equally important, please. But the man, protect, provide, and help raise the kids. The wife will help raise the kids. You want them to be godly men and godly women when they raise up. You don't need to be their best friends while they're being raised up. You don't need to have great children. You need to have great adults. Godly men, godly adults, but show them but the fear and admiration of the Lord. Isolation. Oh, when you go to isolation, well, there's where you get your worry will come in extra strong there too. Don't let them be isolated. Help them get in groups, especially church groups of some kind. Youth groups are great for kids to do that. Men, people, go to your church, go to Bible studies, volunteer to help somewhere. You don't know how blessing it is to go somewhere and to help. Volunteer help, just a soup kitchen, something, just whatever it is, help. That is one of the greatest gifts you can ever do. And the last one, and this in here might be the number one that I'm going to give you of things that can take you out of be godly men, and that is lust. Lust is rampant in this world. You'll see it in the TV shows, commercials, movies, books, internet, all over the place. You could look up Bible versions and you might end up finding something that's inappropriate on the internet. Please be careful. If you have a problem with lust, don't get on the internet. Don't use this to go searching for stuff. Be a man. Don't fall into that. The main thing to do is when we're fighting against the devil and all his wares, it's put on the full armor of God. Stand fast, protect yourself. Be ready for the fight. Look him in the eye and say, you shall not pass. Okay, Lord of the Rings. But anyway, you have the full armor of God on, especially the sword, sharper than two edges of the sword, his word. But stand fast. But if you're going for like lust, flee. You don't stand and fight. I'm going to defend myself against this. No, do not have the opportunity. If one of the things we do in church, and I advise every man to do this, you will not be alone with another woman. You can be alone in your car or your house with your wife, your kids. That's all fine. But you're not allowed to be alone with another woman if you're a man, or another guy if you're a woman. If in a car, out to dinner, in your home, something like that. No, because two things. One, opportunity for lust can be there, and it's strong, and it's a human thing. Don't give into it. But two, even if you're a perfectly gentleman or a perfect lady, they could say something, and you have no witnesses. It could ruin you. All right, so the best thing to do is stay away. Now, I'm going to give you an example of one of the first times in the Bible that the godly man was not a godly man. You might have heard of him. You have to go back a little bit in the Bible, but his name is Adam. Yes, the first one. In Genesis 3:6, he talks about they talk about Eve taking the bite of the grape, and I think it's a grape, not an apple. But okay, it's another story. Anyway, Eve take the bite of the thing, and her husband was right there. Well, first off, he didn't protect her from Satan, the snake. Didn't stomp him, didn't do anything, did not try to lure her away. That's the first problem. The second one he did that wasn't right. It was when in 3:12, sorry, God was like, hey, did you eat fruit of the tree? Hey, it wasn't me, it was her. She gave it to me. It's the one that you made, she gave it to me. Talk to her. No, you're a man. You stand up for what you are. And that is one of the main things that we're teaching our kids, and don't want to teach them what the world says, that you can be whatever gender you want to be, or you can be whatever animal you want to be, or you can be whatever tree. I don't even know what they're saying anymore. It's so crazy out there. You are going to become a man, and that's what we're teaching them. You will look people in the eye, and you will be honest as can be. Is it going to be tough sometimes? You bet. But you made your bed. You lie in it, okay? You don't lie. You look him in the eye and tell the truth. My older boy, he's learning that. He's getting it. He really is. And then by the time I get to my younger boy, he's already agreeing to it. Yeah, sure. Because he doesn't want to be things. But we actually get in their face and look him in the eyes and no, you look me in my eyes and you tell me the truth. Because a godly man will respect people. Godly man will protect. Godly man will provide. Godly man will lead his family, make sure they go to church. Godly man will read the Bible. And you know what? Godly man will pray with his family. Shock him sometime. Pray with your family. That's good. And that'll just mean a dinner time. By the way, a wise man once told me, a wise man being my pastor, your prayer life does not get caught up when you're praying for food, okay? You're praying for food so you can eat, all right? That is not the time to catch up in your prayer life. The time to catch your prayer life is in the prayer closet, doing the full prayer. You're going in there for quite a while, and I already told the story about the first time I went in there. I thought I was in there for a long time. I was only in there for 5 minutes. You end up getting more because your prayer journal will get more. So anyway, that's what a godly man will do. He will be honest, have integrity, read the Bible, try to be after the Lord's heart. David, he was another one that did a good thing. He was like, hey, all the kings go out and they fight. I'm going to be lazy and stick around the house. And, oh, who's that? Oh, Bathsheba. Hi there. Another one that kind of messed up because of one of the 5 things I mentioned, laziness. He didn't want to go out and fight. And all of a sudden, ooh, I kind of like Bathsheba. Well, then I'm going to have to kill her husband. He didn't kill him directly, but he made sure he was dead. You will fight these people and do not come back. And they're set up for failure. So be a godly man. Pray. Read the Bible. Look, when you date somebody, you're dating to see if you can marry him, not to see if you can have fun with them in the not appropriate way. You're not there to see if you can tolerate them. Are you able to be married to them for the rest of your life? When you say I do, it's supposed to be for the rest of your life. And then when you get up in heaven, you'll recognize them. There's no marriages up in heaven. I already talked about that before. But anyway, it's another story. Anyway, I'm going to be getting off of here. Is there anything I can pray for you for? Please let me know. God bless you. If you can, click the like and subscribe bell if you want. I'm putting these videos out, whether you watch it or not. I kind of like to. It helps me refocus and bring my brain to where I want it to be. Anyway, God bless you. Have a great day, and I will see you. Well, I will see you. I'll talk to you again later. God bless you. Bye bye.